Hello to all the Taurians out there. Hello, I'm going to give you the horoscope of July 2012 for Taurus. What is going to happen for Taurus? Well, I think most important thing for the month of July will be the changing of bad habits into good habits and to reconnect with your family, with your ancestors, family, the family tree, and so on. Let me explain why. I think it's going to start with maybe an event or some events that occur that helps you to release you from unconscious patterns, unconscious bad habit patterns. And why is that? That's because Mars has shifted from Virgo into Libra, and that's your sixth house, the house of our day-to-day routine, of our habits, of our health, of small animals, of course, too. But I think it will be a focus of how we can change those habits into very good ones so that we are more productive, more effective in life. And this Mars in your sixth house is not alone in that house. Saturn has been for quite some time been transiting through that sixth house of yours. And Saturn is all about trying to make that house more mature, trying to give some discipline. So it could also have been your day-to-day work. So I think for a lot of Taurus people, they have the last couple of years have difficulties with their day-to-day work. They have had maybe not the gratitude for it, or not the rewards that they wanted, or they did a diet and it didn't work out, or you wanted to spend more time with exercising for your health and it didn't work out. So or it was difficult to do, or you didn't see the results very quickly because Saturn is a planet of time. So, but now, as Saturn is almost closing up that house, it's almost entering the seventh house. So it's finishing up, and now you are going to see the rewards, especially because also Mars is in there, especially because Mars is going to you're going to want to change the things that that still have to be done, and you're going to want to put action into it. Then you're gonna, and I think you'll do well. Why do I think that you'll do well? Because that same Mars is also trining Jupiter. So okay, that Mars is opposing Uranus in the 12th, which if you read the books and you see Mars opposing Uranus, it's kind of how would you say, explosive, taking actions in an explosive way, and that's happening in the middle of the month, a couple of days that maybe you're going to be fed up with all this. You know, you want to do all the changes all of a sudden. But Mars is also trining Jupiter, and that's in your second house. So I think that Mars trining Jupiter is feeling confident about things. Mars trining Jupiter is about, and it's in your second house, which is good, which is about your self-worth, which is also the second house, what you eat, what you put in. So maybe it's related to that diet, and it's going you're going to get your rewards. Venus, your ruler, is also in the second house. So that's a bit of a repeating of what I said in last month. So these two good planets in your second house definitely are going to help you with your value system, having or receiving more value, whether it is money from your work or others, or whether it is your self-confidence that comes from within. It doesn't matter, it's going to be good. Whilst this is all happening, also the Mercury is the planet of communication, and it's going retrograde in your fourth house, together at the end of the month with the Sun. So there's a highlight. Your fourth house, your house of your identity, your house of your home. And a lot of, or most Taurians like a nice, comfortable home. And Mercury's in there, so there'll be probably more communication at home. And Mercury goes retrograde in the middle of the month, so there's a rethinking of something. Maybe you're going to, maybe it is all in line with what I talked about. So maybe you're going to think about, where do I come from? And my ancestors, how were they? Maybe those bad habits that I had, maybe it comes from somewhere, and I understand it better now, and I see it now, and I talk with my father. I almost said the Dutch word pa, but I'm going to talk with my father, I'm going to talk with my relatives, I'm going to understand what I'm all about. And that can help you. That can help you with the Sun in there and Mercury in there, that can help you to figure things out, which is good. Neptune is going retrograde for the whole month, and it's still in your 11th house for a long time. So I'm not going to talk a lot about that. It's maybe you're going to have some Neptune friends. So friends who are very spiritual, or friends who are very creative or artistic. But that's on the background. Neptune is not making any aspect with other planets besides the moon, of course. But another interesting thing that is going on for Taurians is that a lot of little planets that are called Vesta and Ceres is in your sign. And I'm particularly talking now to people, Taurians, who have planets or an ascendant as from 20 degrees until 30 degrees. So the last decade of Taurus. So you really do have these two planets in your sign. And why is that good? Well, those two planets, Vesta is about dedication. Vesta is about purity. Vesta is about authenticity. And Ceres is about what we put into something, we will get it. We will get what we put into it. So these two together really for Taurians is that they can manifest. They can manifest the finally they can manifest, and with the other stuff that is going on with the reward you're having and your self-worth and so on, especially for those who have planets and an ascendant at the last decade of Taurus, they can sense a kind of a reward they're getting there. Of course, when you have put your dedication into it, when you have put your own self into it. And these two little planets are opposing Juno in Scorpio, and that's your 7th house. So it could be possible, that's an opposition, so it could be possible by being authentic, by being very pure, by being very much yourself and dedicated, that in some kind of way it's challenging to the other person, to the person you're living with, to one-on-one relationships. It doesn't have to be bad, but it's just a challenging situation that the other person has to take into consideration what you're all about. That's basically it. So thank you, Taurus, for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you have interest in Pluto-Uranus, in how this square is, what it's all about, I have videos at the end of my YouTube channel, so you can check that out. And still, the Pluto-Uranus square offer is still available of €13, but also other readings that I do. Anyway, I wish you a good month for July. I wish you good luck and success and joy, and see you soon. Bye bye.